Hi, this is Randy. How you guys doing? I haven't talked to you in a long time. I have not made a video, so just needing to express some of my frustration again. I'm sorry if this is sounding like a broken record, but you know, it's about men, and it's about pretty much how stupid they are, how boring they are, how dense they are. Okay, so supposedly, from what I understand, all men want is sex, right? So let's just assume that that's correct. Okay, if that's the case, I'm still confused because the majority of them, like 99% of them, don't even act like they want that. So just bear with me for a minute. You have to follow my train of thought. If all men want sex and all they want is sex when they're trying to begin a relationship, that's mainly what's on their mind. They're on a dating site, and so in order to get sex, you would think they would need to meet you, right? They would need to set up a date, even if in their fantasy mind that, the sex that they want is going to occur on the first date. Nonetheless, there would need to be a first date in order for sex to occur, wouldn't there? So, wouldn't you think that if what they want is sex, then their goal would be to at least set up a date, right? And when you listen to pickup artists, they talk about approach, they talk about securing a date and then closing the deal on sex. Well, step number one, again, would have to be getting a date, right? So let's not talk about closing the deal on sex. Let's just talk about closing a deal on getting a date. Now, to me, it's not that difficult on a dating site. Well, we do have to weed out about 90% of men if we're talking about men over 45, because most men over 45 visually look more like they're 65, and they look desperate and pathetic in their photos. So most women would not touch that with a 10-foot pole. But let's take the other 10% that look decent. Okay, next step for those 10% that look decent. If they want sex, wouldn't they need to set up a date? Okay, so problem is that men over 45, the divorced type that have been in a long-term relationship, got divorced, now they're on a dating site. Well, they act like they don't know what to do. A dating site is the same as a phone call or a face-to-face conversation. If the man would like to go out on a date, he has to ask you, whether it be on a phone call, face-to-face, at a chance meeting, or online. But these men don't ask. They don't ask for a date. They don't even really allude to a date or meeting. If they do allude to it, they want the woman to ask them. They want the woman to bring up meeting, bring up dating, bring up when they're available, ask them when they're available, ask them what they would like to do. basically these men think somehow that women are going to ask them out. And if the woman doesn't ask them out, then they think you're not interested. Well, partially they may be right. I'm definitely not going to be interested in asking any man out. I don't care how good looking he is. I'll never ever ask a man out on a dating site, in person, or on the phone. That is not my job. That is not my role. That is insulting. Okay? I wait. If I get asked on a date, then I say yes or no. Basically, if I'm conversing with you on a dating site, that means that I would probably say yes to a date, because otherwise, why would I be conversing with you? These men don't follow that train of thought, and I don't know what's wrong with their brains. I don't know if they're just really on their knot to get a date, because they have absolutely no game, no knowledge, no understanding of how to simply ask someone out and then wait for the answer. So, I mean, it's as simple as, hi, how you doing? Oh, we live close. I read your profile. I'd like to get together with you for a lunch or for a drink. Are you available tomorrow or the next day? How about at play, and then the guy names the place, and then you're off. I mean, now you've met. It would be so simple for the men to close the deal. And, again, these are not men I'm approaching first. These are not men that I'm saying, oh, you're hot, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous. This is what they're saying to me. But somehow after they get beyond, you're gorgeous, they can't follow through, or they don't understand that the next thing you would do would be go, set up a meeting. Okay, you don't have to compare likes and dislikes online. You don't have to make small talk online. You simply have to read the profile. And, if you're a picky and choosy man, which you should be, you may have a couple additional questions. You may want to say, do you have small children? If there's a couple deal breakers, do you smoke cigarettes? Do you have small children? Because it didn't say in your profile. Oh, okay. Well, then I think we should meet. What in the hell are you guys waiting for? Do you think you're going to live forever or something? And by the way, there was this message I got from this man, probably, I don't know, early 50s or something. He said, well, I'm better off single, or I've been better off single up until now, but when I'm old, I want somebody to sit on the porch and talk to. And I'm thinking, well, you're already 53, buddy. So how long are you gonna wait till you try to get that done? You gonna wait till you're 70 or diagnosed with terminal cancer before you try to set up a date and find that person who is willing to sit on the porch and talk to your ass? I mean, what in the hell are you waiting for? First of all, what you're saying is no news to anybody else. Everybody wants that. But the point is, you think you can wait till that's almost there before you even try to get that? Because it's not going to happen automatically and overnight. if you want someone to sit on the porch with you when you're old, that's going to take some effort. That's going to take some time. That's going to take some, history behind it. If you want somebody to take care of you when you're sick, that's going to take a lot of history behind it. If you're in your mid-50s, it might be too late for you. You might not be able to find anybody because you don't have enough time to nurture a relationship where some woman's going to take care of your ass in sickness unless you're paying her. So anyway, all this pickup artistry stuff, I have to say, it must be for young bucks. It must be for the 20-year-olds and teenagers, because men in their 50s, they certainly aren't listening to PUA advice, because they can't even secure a date, let alone close on sex. So these are not men I'm afraid of. These are men that I can stomp all over. They're just so pitiful. And they're such a waste of time to deal with. I don't know what, every time I'm messaging with one of them, for some reason I think, oh, this guy will be different. He actually knows what to do. And like once in a great while, I will get a guy that knows what to do, which is set up a date. And when they do, it's like, oh my God, I know I've said this before. They get so many points with me just for doing it. But it's like, what am I doing? Giving guys credit for knowing how to set up a meeting? Are you serious? Like, do they need to get credit for that? They don't know this? I am clueless. I don't understand what is wrong with these men. They do not know how to get what they want. I've even offered to coach some of them for money because they're so pathetic. And, of course, they don't want me to coach them for money. They want to date me, but they still won't ask to meet me. And by then, I don't want to go out with a guy that's clueless. I don't have enough time in my life to teach a man everything. What to say, what to do. Are you kidding me? Some of them have asked me. They want to be walked through it. Well, what have I said wrong? What did I not do? And it's like, man, you're 50 years old. If you don't know by now, sorry, buddy, but I can't help you. And that's the end of this video. Thanks for listening.